Hey everyone, this is Daniel. This is my video vlog for August the 13th, 2009. Well, I said I would have some things to say today, although some things were a little bit unexpected. Anyway, I'll start off. Obviously today was Julie's first day of high school, and I will just say that it is a mixed reaction. There were some quite funny things that happened. There were some interesting things. There were some strange things. There were some things she liked, and there were some things she didn't like, and obviously that's pretty much, I think, what any student transferring from a school like in a bigger city to a small town like Faulkner would feel like. So I can imagine the feeling, and I obviously understand that feeling, because quite frankly I felt a little bit that way myself when I went from Faulkner Elementary to Faulkner Junior High. So but I'm just saying. But yeah, it was pretty interesting day for her. She told us all about it, of course. It gave us a great laugh, I have to say. I don't know. It was just funny for me, I have to say. And I'll use the word interesting for her. I think she made a couple of friends already, which is good. So over the next few weeks and months, of course, we'll just see how everything goes, because it ought to be pretty interesting for her down here. Maybe she'll begin to loosen up a little bit, because she's kind of like me. She's not exactly a people person. And so, like, lunchtime, she don't like eating around a bunch of people that like staring at her and things of that nature. Of course, I know the same feeling. So yeah, but anyway, moving on. We had to patch another tire on Cynthia Ray's Jeep. This time it was the back right tire, or I guess you could say the right rear. Somehow I say we, I don't know if it was we. I've been in the car quite a bit with them lately, so I guess I can say we. But at some point recently, they ran over a piece of steel or metal, and it was in the tire. Because you couldn't exactly just look at the tire and see it. I mean, because it had mostly done went most of the way in, and there wasn't much sticking out to be able to see. But so we had to go patch that tire too. So that was another $6 and what, probably $46, $6.50, tax and all, whatever. And of course, then we went to Walmart and got food and stuff. And then we went by McDonald's and got Julie a Big and Tasty, and then come back here, and that's pretty much been my day. Because quite frankly, I did not wake up until after 1 o'clock, because after all, I ended up writing a blog on MySpace this morning. The time says 11:55 yesterday night, but it was actually like 12:30 when it ended up being finished, so you know how that goes. Of course, I made the video blog last night. This is pretty much the second half of that, telling about her, my niece Julie's day, yeah, that's pretty much been my day, and her day, and everybody's day. So they did indeed bump. This is a Gecko update. I know I'm consolidating the entry again. I apologize. I still don't feel like splitting the entries today. Anyway, a quick Gecko update. They did indeed, in fact, on Mozilla Central, bump the Gecko revision to 1.9.3 pre-alpha 1 and Firefox's version to 3.7 pre-alpha 1. So, my theory that I thought of yesterday and for the last few days was indeed right. So therefore, my personal opinion is going to be, if Gecko 192 is going to be Firefox 3.6, Gecko 193 is going to be Firefox 3.7, then Gecko 192 will probably be CMonkey 2.1, and Gecko 193 is probably going to be CMonkey 2.2. Now, when they branch for 194, that's going to be confusing, because I figure if there's a 195, if they actually go that far before going to Gecko 2.0, which that's far off in my opinion. That's just a guess. I have no idea. But like I said, my main focus is on Gecko 191 and CMonkey 2.0, with the secondary focus obviously on Gecko 192, which is CMonkey 2.1, or at least at the current time 2.1, and I have a feeling now at this point it will probably stay 2.1. It might go to 2.5. I don't know. If they do, then Gecko 193 would probably be CMonkey 3.0 or 2.6. But all of those numbers are just estimates. But the fact is that right now is that for Firefox versions, 191, Gecko 191 obviously is 3.5, Gecko 192 is 3.6, 193, which is Mozilla Central, is 3.7. And so if you're building CMonkey on 192 or Mozilla Central, it's going to show up 2.1 pre-alpha 1. So they're probably going to have to, in Com Central, add a version 192 text file for Thunderbird, CMonkey, Calendar, etc. And then the normal version.txt file will reflect the Mozilla Central repository version. I have a feeling that's what they'll do over the next few weeks, I imagine. But anyway, I know I didn't want to have to consolidate this entry, but I figure I might as well while I had time today. But I'll actually have a normal Gecko video update soon when I get another optimized CMonkey build out, which now that pretty much everything has finally leveled off, I might actually get some builds out now. So when, I don't know. I'm not going to set a date, because obviously when I do, it ends up being the next day, which given it being today is the 13th, it would be the 14th if I said anything, which I don't plan on making a build tonight, at least not a release build. I do plan on getting a personal build to see what's going on. I actually plan on trying to get several personal builds, one from each branch, just to see what's different so far in stability, because we know Com Central at this point is the one that's likely to be the least stable, and Gecko 191 and Gecko 192 can be called stable. Gecko 191 more, obviously more than 192, because 191 has actually been released. 192 is still technically considered in alpha, so we'll we'll just see where it goes from there. But anyway, that's all I have for right now. I am Daniel Jeter, and I will